Hello, welcome to Burning Waters of the Moon Tarot. My name is Desiree, and I'm doing a shadow reading for Gemini. In this series, I'm using the Goliath tarot deck and also the True Black tarot deck. This one is by Wang, and this one is by Goliath. So, I've got a little piece of cat fur right there. Let me start off by cleansing the deck, Gemini. I got a new lighter. Not as cool as my black one, but hey, it lights on the first try. Okay, we're going to cleanse the space, and I didn't get a very good light. Also, I'll do a quick cleansing of myself. Now, Gemini, if for some reason this reading does not describe or fit what is going on in your life right now, you can try your rising sign or your moon sign. And with shadow readings, I believe Pluto is a good planet to see. Just find out what planet Pluto is in right now, or you can even do the sign that Pluto was in when you were born. So, that wasn't a good shuffle. So, yes, actually, I should know what Pluto is in right now, but I can't remember. So I do have a astrology playlist, and it goes over how to read a birth chart, how to I don't know if it necessarily how to run one. I do have a link in the description on a website that I use to run charts, and you do need your birth time, place, and location so that we can get your rising sign correct. Another thing that you can try is sidereal astrology. Usually our sidereal signs are a bit different because sidereal uses the true sky, the true constellations. Okay, Gemini, let's see what we have for you. We've got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Shadow Self. And we've got the Two of Swords. Oh, you know what? I thought I took out these extra cards. This deck is an RWS deck, and it also was made with the intent of shadow work. So it's very fitting for right now. And there's also about 9 extra cards that are put in here. I did not realize I put them into the deck, but that's okay. I usually don't read with them, but I guess, you know, it's time to read with them. Okay, so this is water, Nine of Cups, got some water energy. We've got the Two of Swords, which is air energy, and the Shadow Self. So this is the dark inner swamp, and so this has to deal with, of course, your shadow self, the things that you are hiding. I don't know if you can see this, but this is like a serpent. He's got a forked tongue. I never really noticed that before. I noticed the eyes, of course, but this forked tongue, and then it almost looks like he has teeth, like venom. If you are a Spider-Man fan, I'm just enthralled by this image. This is wonderful, and because it's in reverse, I'm feeling like either you're unaware of your shadow self, or it's maybe being hidden from you, or you're stuck there. Maybe you're having a shadow moment in which you're reverting to the way that you acted when you experienced the situation that sort of molded the shadow. With the Nine of Cups here, this is a card of the subtitle to this card is called the Contented Pelican, and the Nine of Cups is a card of of emotional fulfillment, and but I always feel like it's of personal emotional fulfillment. You know, you're satisfied emotionally. And then we've got the Two of Swords, air energy over here, and this always speaks of like a decision or something that's going on in the mind, that you're not quite, you're sort of trying to figure out yes or no, or stop or go, or but it's calling us to sort of evaluate this on an intellectual level, because you can't see, you're not taking any of, you're not taking in your sense of sight. So it's kind of telling you to maybe use a little bit of intuition with, we have this crescent moon here. And so we're going to use the True Black Tarot by Arthur Wang. I used this deck in my last series of readings, and I've been enjoying using this deck. I won this deck in an eBay auction. It is for sale. I will put flip through video links in the description. So if you guys are interested in looking at the deck, the artwork of the deck, you can. I am a tarot deck nerd, so I love looking at them. I love shuffling cards. So we've got some bird chatter outside. It rained a lot this morning, and so now they're out and about playing, probably catching some worms and bugs that are displaced. Okay, so let me do my knock. This deck is notoriously hard to shuffle. Okay. All right, Gemini, let's see what we have. So 9 of Cups, the Contented Pelican. We've got the Page of Pentacles in reverse. We've got another page, this time of Swords in reverse. And then we've got the Moon. Ooh, I love this Moon card. You see her down here, this hand reaching into this little pool is actually this hand up here above her, and then this is the pool. The crescent moon. This imagery is just, I think this is one of my favorite moon cards. And then Arthur Wang, in all of his major arcana cards, he put this little shiny design in the back, and this shiny design is representing the the glass half full, half empty concept. And do you think it's half full or half empty? You know, are you a pessimist or an optimist? And it's kind of all a way of how are you looking at things. And so this being the major arcana card in this column here is something that we definitely need to look at. And I feel like this card is telling you to look deeper. We have the page, you know, the moon card to me has many different meanings, and I always look to what's around it to kind of help me what the meaning is. To help me know what the meaning is. And with these two pages in reverse here, this is, both the pages are sort of the novice of the court, right? They haven't had the life experience to go through the stages of life that, say, the king and the queen have, right? So they're still learning, but they're curious. They want to know. And I'm kind of feeling with these cards being in reverse is like that curiosity is not there, or perhaps, you know, with this contented pelican, perhaps you kind of have a pompous attitude about something, that you already know it, you know, that, you know, you're like a teenager. Oh, I know, you don't have to tell me. You know, sorry, I have what? I have 2 teenagers and then like a preteen. So, yes, let me just get off the subject. So it's almost like you have that attitude of I don't need to I don't need to learn. I don't need to go forward. I don't need to do any of that because I already know. But here the moon card I feel is asking you to go deeper because there is a deeper meaning. And with the shadow card here in reverse, I'm feeling that you may be unaware with these two in reverse here. You may be unaware what is actually going on. So let's get a pull on this shadow self in reverse. So we've got the Three of Cups upright. Sagittarius had the same card in this same position, but Sagittarius's was reversed. So, and then we've got the Sun. Oh, interesting. You know, these are like a pair, and the Sun shines light on things, and with it being in reverse, there's some people who say the Sun is the same reverse or upright. I read reversals, and so to me a reversal has a different meaning. So let me keep going, but this is a major arcana. Oh, and then we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I mean, look at all this fire that we have here. The Ace of Swords, this is an air card, right? And the Sun card, well, let's talk about the Sun card first. So this are major arcana, and the Moon is a major arcana too. The Sun is about happiness and just shining light on things. And when we think of the Sun, we think of energy, of warmth, of light, of giving. You know, plants need. We all need the Sun, and and with it being reversed, it's feeling like something is being hidden from you, and this is all kind of lining up here. The Ace of Swords, this card is sometimes thought of the card of truth, and with it being in reverse, it's not exactly a lie, but I'm getting like the truth is hidden there. The something is just is in this deep dark swamp, you know. It's your, and this is a shadow reading, and the shadow self card came out, and so I'm feeling like you're just unaware of the shadow issue that's going on with you. And usually, you know, our shadows come from some type of trauma, and the trauma is how we feel about something. You know, somebody called us a name, and that really hurt us and wounded us deep inside. And so anytime we see a person with, say, a pink jacket on, you know, that person that offended us had a pink jacket on, and so now we have this avoidance of pink jackets, or this hatred towards anybody that wears a pink jacket, and that's kind of like a trauma response to something. And so you have attached something emotional to a situation, but you're not you haven't expressed it, you haven't released it. So in order for a like, emotions are meant to be released, and if we keep them inside, we keep them bottled up, they fester and they turn into something dark, and then they start turning into something they never were in the beginning, because we start coloring it with our experiences, and so we've got to learn to express the emotion. We've got to learn to let it out. We've got to learn to at least let the person who offended you, who committed the offense, at least let them know, just so you can just release it and you don't have to carry it anymore. And so where was I going with that? So yeah, so I feel like the Sun needs to illuminate the shadow, but it has not. And so this Moon card is telling you to go deeper, go inside, Figure out what this moon shadow, what this shadow is, and the light of the moon can help you. The light of the moon will help you in this dark place that you're going into. And inadvertently, you know, the full moon is the light of the sun. So I just had to throw that in there. So let's get a read on the Two of Swords, Gemini. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Swords in reverse, more air energy. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Sagittarius had this card as well. And we have the Five of Wands. Okay, so some definite conflict. Like I said, there was something going on with you in your mind, trying to figure something out, and it's conflicting. And with this Eight of Swords here, I am feeling that this issue that's going on in your mind is self-created. It's been festering in your mind so long that you have now colored it in a different light than what it was originally. So my mom used to say, you're making a mountain out of a molehill, right? Except I always thought she said mo, not mole. And then I found out there were these things called moles. But anyway, so that's kind of what I'm getting here, is that this thing that you're tossing over in your mind that's bothering you it's not even completely real. It's been created by this shadow person that you are not acknowledging, that you're not that you don't even know that it's there. And you know, Geminis, you guys are ruled by, I want to say Mercury. Gemini, yes, you guys are ruled by Mercury, and so very mercurial. You know, your mind is always going. You like to think about things, and you like to ruminate it in your mind, and sometimes that can go in the wrong direction. It's great as a curiosity, as a detective type thing, but when it's colored in I keep saying that phrase, colored in that certain way. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. But when it's colored by your emotions and by your experiences, it sort of changes and turns itself into something that it really wasn't or isn't. And I do see that a lot with Geminis. And you know, a lot of people do that. Not just Geminis. I'm not just picking on you. But you're very investigative, and you like to put things together. So and like I said, it's just being colored the wrong way. The typical RWS card shows the Eight of Swords is a woman who's lightly bound, and she's surrounded by all these swords, and she's blindfolded. But if she would just maybe open her eyes, remove the blindfold, she would realize that she's not tied. She can just loosen that ribbon that's around her, and then she can squeeze in between these swords. But she's not, that's not her reality. Her reality is that she's bound and she's stuck and she doesn't know what to do. And then it turns into the Nine of Swords. And so that's what I'm seeing here for you, Gemini. And it's causing conflict, and I believe with this Ace of Pentacles here, I believe it's holding something up in your life, perhaps a manifestation, perhaps it's creating a problem, and it's not good. We've got to really look at this shadow and see what it is that that has us here. The Moon card is telling you to look inside. You don't know everything, and you need to to explore a little bit more on an objective level, right? And see why it is that you're doing this. What traumatized you when you were younger, or in a prior relationship or a prior experience, and talk to that person that was on the receiving end. Yourself, talk to yourself that received that trauma. Tell that person that it's okay. Listen to it. Allow yourself to express the feelings of hurt, anger, betrayal, whatever it is. Don't bury it, but allow those feelings to come out, okay? And embrace the shadow. And I think you can turn this around, and it's not gonna be ruminating in your mind so much. So let's pull a card from my oracle deck. So this is the Medicine Woman Oracle. I also did a flip through of this one as well, and I will post that. It's always harder for me to shuffle cards when I don't read them as reversals, because I like to split the deck and just let it fall. Uh-oh. So I have to be a little bit more aware and gentle and shuffle them. Okay, so we've got this rose-colored one, and sorry, but I don't have these memorized. Oracle decks are really hard to memorize, obviously. So the rose-colored ones are the gifts of the feminine. We're going to turn that. Oh, emotions. Oh, how perfect is that? Okay, and it's card number 7. 7 is one of those metaphysical numbers. It's a number of the unseen, of the occult. It says you are an emotional creature. Fertilize that great power. So yes, release those emotions. Whatever it was that created this shadow that you're not recognizing, it has to do with emotions. And if we bottle those emotions up and we don't express them, they start turning into something, into a monster. And then we become imprisoned by that monster, and that monster is not even really there. So release these emotions. Realize that you are an emotional being. It's okay to have emotions, and it's okay to express them. Actually, it's a necessity to express emotions. Okay, Gemini, that's what I have for you. I hope this wasn't too tough on you. I know shadow readings can be a little tough, but we all need to acknowledge our shadows and give them a nice big hug, and begin integrating them back into ourselves, because our shadows are a part of us, and we can't deny that. All right, Gemini, I hope to see you next reading. Have a great day, great week, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.